You know what's really funny to me is when a true comedy to X, I'm not saying any of you other guys, but to me, is when you come to find out that somebody who's been railing against something their entire fucking life ends up finding out that that's the thing they like to do anyway. So what we have here is a textbook case example of somebody who just went and said his entire goddamn life, made money off of it, ruined people's lives over thinking that dick doesn't taste yummy, only to find out that dick tastes yummy. So
yeah,
I would suspect that he knew that all along.
I think he did.
Yeah, but I have complex feelings about this.
Yeah.
So the guy's name that we're talking about here, his name is David Matheson,
Mm-hmm.
and he's a prominent gay Latter-day Saint counselor who once preached and practiced so-called reparative therapy to change a person's sexual orientation, and was married to a woman for more than 30 years.
Ugh, that's awful.
Announced this week that he is ready to date men.
Right. Now we should start off by just mentioning that he was acting in an official capacity for the church, for the Mormon church.
Yes.
Yeah, and they're the Mormon church. You're not the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. You're the Mormon church.
Wait, we're not going to request your name. We're not going to respect your name change.
No, fuck you.
Fuck you.
But yeah,
fact
fuck
that
you
you
and your rebranding efforts. You're a fucking corporation, not a person.
You guys gutted the marijuana bill. You're going to gut the Medicaid bill.
Yeah.
And you're going to fucking take away our rights as citizens. So fuck you, Mormon
And
church.
you, yeah, no, you've got sex is defined at birth by, oh my god, the language, the fucking language. The
We'll get to
language
that.
says,
Hold
that.
okay.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
But
So
then, oh, I'm so mad this week, you guys. I'm so fucking mad this week.
people wonder, why do we call ourselves the Utah Outcasts? Well, because we have a thing called the Mormon fucking church that interferes in us being adults in this country.
Mm-hmm.
Not just adults, but, you know, people with full bodily autonomy.
Humans.
Human beings with rights. This is the state that sued a movie theater for serving booze and having a dick on the screen in Deadpool.
Right. You know, the city, not the city, the state that is so fucking Republican. And what's the Republican platform been for like the last like couple of years? Oh, that's right. Small government that stays out of your business and doesn't worry about what you're doing. That's big government. We're small government. Yet, however, we can't let people call themselves whatever they want to be called. We can't allow people to put dicks in places where we don't think they should be. We don't think you should be able to smoke the marijuanas. And we definitely don't think you could see titties and have a beer at the same time.
Oh, it wasn't the tits. It wasn't the tits. It was
the dick.
dick.
It was a dick. It was a
dick. It was offensive that they think that people can't handle seeing a dick on the screen. Because they should be seeing more.
I'm
I
offended
agree.
by that.
They this is the state that will call like PC culture overly sensitive, and yet they said that Deadpool's PG-13 poster that was a parody of their fucking painting was religious oppression.
Yeah.
They have church buildings on the grounds of every fucking public school in the state because the schools will annex that fucking corner, and then it's not technically school grounds. But Deadpool is religious oppression.
Yeah.
I swear to fucking God. I swear to fucking God, I'm so fucking pissed off this week, you guys. I'm so fucking pissed off this week.
Right. But back to
David Matheson.
Let's talk David Matheson, shall we?
This cocksucker.
A year ago, I realized I had to make substantial changes in my life, he said. I realized I couldn't stay in my marriage any longer, and I realized that it was time for me to affirm myself as gay. Well, whoop-de fucking shit, mister, I'm going to tell everybody else that you're not a fucking decent human being unless you are not gay.
Right.
Finally decides,
I'm really conflicted about this.
Right, yeah, no, it's like, hey, good job. I'm glad that you can finally come to terms with it, but fuck you for what you did.
Yeah, but it's not really his fault, though. Like,
It is. He wrote the book.
I know, but like that's the thing, is that he's a part of a system that is really, 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 really oppressive. Like, you sit here, like, there are women who for years and years and years will insist that they chose to have that many kids and they chose to be a stay-at-home mom, and that's really what they find fulfilling. And then, like, 20 years down the road, they talk about how it really was horribly oppressive and very depressing, and they don't know, they have to finally change their lives. But like, of course he did this. Of course he did this here in Utah. Of course he did. Of course.
Hang on,
Ugh.
Kyle, you were cutting out there. What were you saying?
Yes, the religion, the system does carry the
Lion's share.
the majority, the lion's share, the cock share of this. But I can't let him off the hook.
Can't let off the hook. No. So he was the
is still
executive
an
director.
abuser. He is still an abuser. Like, that is abuse. So.
Because even though he was absorbed in the system, and my guess would be that his knowledge of what he was all along is what drove him to want to do this, which
Right.
is
this is,
but
like, it'd be like me being like, well, they were abused as a kid, right? Like, you're right. You guys are right. He's an abuser. An abuser is an abuser. Fuck this guy.
Yeah. So he was executive
Like,
director
maybe don't.
of the now defunct Evergreen International, which advocated such therapeutic
Oh my
interventions for Latter-day Saints who
God.
were feeling tensions between their attractions and their faith.
Evergreen was known for like being really fucking traumatic.
oh yeah, no, these were the people who would do
Electroshock therapy at fucking BYU.
the shit that Mike Pence supports.
Oh my God,
Thankfully, the group
it's so
closed its doors
disgusting.
in 2014, so thankfully they're not around anymore.
That's
Most of Matheson's
shockingly
clients,
not long enough ago.
no,
Oh,
most of his clients at the Center for Gender Wholeness were Latter-day Saints, as were those who attended the Faith and Feelings gatherings at the Joseph Smith Memorial Building in downtown Salt Lake City and in Utah County, along with the experiential weekend Journey into Manhood, which is now called Brothers Road.
Oh my God, that's so disgusting. That's so disgusting. Okay, if you take dick, if you receive dick, is what apparently Utah legislators think it is. We'll get there. If you receive dick, that does not define your gender at all. Okay? If you receive pussy, because I'm gonna just use receive for both because they don't like that. If you receive pussy, that does not define your gender at all. And gay cis men, you are perfectly men. Okay, your manness is intact. Your manness is valid and whole, and your emotional experiences are valid and important to experience. And your body is functioning as it should. Your body is functioning as it should when you experience these attractions. These are perfectly healthy, normal, and wonderful things, because your body is doing things that it should be doing, and that's wonderful. It means your body's working. Like,
So, Matheson today unequivocally renounces reparative therapy. How nice. He said in a news release, which presupposes that being LGBTQ is something that can and should be changed, which we don't agree with here. I'm not going to let him humanize himself here by talking about how he had his first real feelings in his teens. I'm going to pass along all this other shit out there. He internalized all of those stigmas and let them guide his work as he shifted from reparative efforts to therapies intended to reduce the shame, anxiety. No, that's still too much humanizing here. You're a shitty human being.
fucking called it.
Yep. I realize now along the valuable work I did. No, you didn't do very valuable fucking work. You hurt people.
wait, he said it was valuable work?
Yeah, he says, I realize now, along with the very valuable work I did, I also perpetuated some judgments that caused me shame. Caused me shame, not other people's
You did not do any valuable work. Everything you did
heartbroken.
was abuse.
I am heartbroken at the thought that I may have brought pain to any of the men that I was so diligently trying to help.
May have brought pain?
You did.
You abused them.
Oh, this is the real fucking kicker here. Matheson is not renouncing his faith
Oh,
or
nice.
his past work. So fuck you, Matheson.
Oh, fuck you. Oh, fuck you. You're not renouncing your past work? Like,
Yeah.
fuck you.
Nor is he condemning the practice that the Mormon Church has of marriages between same-sex attracted and straight people.
Mhm.
Fuck you.
An abuser is an
Fuck
abuser.
you. Yeah.
And it also says here, he's not giving up or jumping ship. And he believes that he was not faking it in the past, and that
What?
not all of his work was damaging to his clients.
Oh my god, you abusive piece of shit. You gaslighting motherfucking, how fucking dare you? You sit here and talk about how you had these feelings and how you did these things, but not everything you did was bad. A lot of it was valuable work. That's like my my fucking ex-husband, when he sat there and told me, oh, we just got married too young and I wasn't really that supportive of you. No, you were an abuser. You were an abuser. You were an abuser. And this guy's a fucking abuser, and he does not care. He does not care. All he wants is his jollies. Fuck this guy. Or don't.
So, yeah, don't.
Yeah.
How about we just don't? So, for his part, it says here, Matheson no longer believes that the intimacy between two people of the same sex is sin. Oh, how fucking convenient for you.
Yeah.
But he still attends his Latter-day Saint ward in Salt Lake Valley every week and believes that top church leaders are prophets, seers, and revelators.
No, okay, whatever. Fuck off, dude. You've had a year to get this shit together. Like,
Yeah, they're gonna
dare
excommunicate your ass. That's what they're gonna do.
How-
They're not gonna allow you to fucking exist in this church anymore.
God.
Yeah, especially since you've said that you want to date men, and you should know that they don't
Allow that
look too kindly on people,
same-sex attraction.
being themselves and existing and being happy. Just fuck you.
Well, generally, the church relies on people not being happy. That's kind of their thing.
So ultimately, this Salt Lake Tribune article that we have out here is mainly supposed to be a puff piece for us. Go read it if you want to. I'm not going to allow him to be humanized because he hurt more people than he ever fucking helped. So,
Did he?
Matheson, seriously, this is one of those things where we end it just about every week when we talk about people like this. Go fuck yourself. I mean, seriously, you don't deserve to be happy after the shit that you pulled with.
Yourself, because nobody's gonna fuck you.
No, he could if he owned the abuse, if he owned his behaviors, if he owned the way he did these things, the gaslighting and the manipulation and the shame and the abuse. If he owned it and addressed it, then fucking maybe, but he's not. He's fucking not.
He's passing the buck and saying that it's other people's fault, while still propping up that church that made him the monster that he is.
And talking about all the good that he did.
Yep.
You didn't
Fucking
do
gaslighting piece of shit abuser, and he decided he needs to just go be fucked.
Yeah.